Oh, hi there. Today I have a short day. As mentioned before, I've got an appointment at 11 a.m. my time, which is about an hour and 40 minutes away. So I am going to storm the High Mino Castle. We'll begin we'll begin the new chapter, chapter 3, and again storming the High Mino Castle, Takamino. And yeah, this is the first one. Let me make sure things look good on the stream. Things are looking all right. We are live, we are public, and everything is ready. All right, so here we are, storming the High Mino Castle. The book begins, as it does with every chapter, with a description of what we're going to be doing. And I'll read that. Attacking the High Mino. The upward development of the Mino Castle from the complete Mino with the gold on 6-3 is known as the High Mino, Takamino. This castle is thick at the front, but its defense at the side is somewhat thinner than the complete Mino. As in the cases of the simple Mino and complete Mino, when attacking from the side, the 7-1 square is the vital point, and the gold on 6-1 that defends this square is the key piece. Aiming at 7-1 directly with a bishop on 4-4 or dislodging the gold from 6-1 in order to check with a bishop or silver on 7-1 are therefore important ideas. In the High Mino, the silver on 7-2 defends both the gold on 6-1 and the gold on 6-3, therefore attacking the gold on 6-3 while having a dragon or rook on the first rank can lead to an indirect attack on the gold on 6-1, since it will be undefended if the silver moves to 6-3. Specifically, this can be achieved by bringing a knight to 5-5 or 7-5. With a dragon or rook on the second rank, the two golds in effect become undefended pieces. Bringing a bishop to 4-1 or 4-3 is an effective method of attacking these golds. In the High Mino, the knight often moves to 7-3, as in diagram B. They have a diagram where the knight is on 7-3. Being able to use the knight in attack is an advantage of the High Mino, but from the defense perspective, this creates a weakness at the head of the knight and makes the defense at the edge thinner. Attacks that probe these weaknesses that can therefore be considered. Yes. Nothing new. So none of those ideas seem new to me, but they're put in a very nice way. Hey, Yvonne. Happy birthday? Wait, what birthday? Is it a stream birthday? No. Wait, what's going on? No, not mine. Nobody's birthday. Yesterday was my son's birthday. But today we have the rat people coming to take care of some entry points in the house. So this is going to be a relatively short stream, and this will not go for more than an hour and 20 minutes more. All right, so this is problem 119, the first problem in the chapter. Let me make sure I transcribed it correctly. They have no pieces in hand. We have a silver and a knight, and they're in High Mino with the 3 pawns. We have the rook on 4-1. We've got the usual zigzag, and a bishop on 8-8. Okay. First problem of the chapter. So where does this, let me get this out of here. Where does this go? I'm not going to draw with arrows. I'm not going to draw with arrows yet. I typically don't like to, if I'm thinking, trying to improve, I don't want to be drawing as much. Hey, Foradun, great to see you. So, while I mentioned that the rack people will be here, and I have about an hour and 20 minutes, only that I can do before that appointment. Tomorrow, I have to take the cat back to the vet early in the morning for some. All the tests have come back negative, so we're going to do some X-rays and. Gosh, I can't remember what the other thing is. I'm blanking right now. We're going to do an X-ray and something else. Oh, blood pressure. X-ray and blood pressure. And so I don't know what the timing is going to be tomorrow. All right. So getting the bishop out will only attack 5-1. Hey, boring Shogi. Some said if your castle's strong enough, the king should die inside. Some say. No mango pits. There will be no mango pits. You know, I can rest assured there will be no mango pits in Atari's. There are no mangoes ever near Atari's belly. I am still mostly afraid that she's got some plastic wrapped up in there, like wrapped in her intestines. That's my big fear, because despite how much we try to hide it, like if she's trying to get our attention, she nibbles on plastic. She'll like go up to the garbage and just like nibble on plastic. It's ridiculous. Instead of just coming to me and asking me for food, like if I haven't seen her, and I'm ready to give her food, she doesn't just come over. She'll try to make herself known by biting on like an Amazon cardboard box, or unfortunately sometimes with the plastic. So that's my biggest fear in all this. All right, so we have a knight, we have the bishop about ready to aim in here. So I am thinking right now, silver, gold over. I said I wouldn't draw with arrows, and then this. This is my thinking. No. I think they have no pieces in hand, so I think getting this bishop here to 4/4 is immediately good, because now we're threatening the silver drop. How big of a threat is that if they do nothing? Maybe the silver doesn't end it. Yeah, so we get here. Let's say he does nothing. So I'm going to draw it out. Let's say he does nothing. This happens. Gold drop. I don't have a gold. That doesn't seem good enough. That doesn't seem good enough to me. Does not seem good enough to me. Silver drop 5/2. It seems all right. It seems all right. Silver drop 5/2 seems good if we do this. Actually, now it doesn't. So maybe I'd. Or even this. That doesn't seem so great. I don't think. I mean, I suppose we could do that. Not really, because then now we're blocking our bishop. Why do we have a knight? Why do we have a knight? So come up here. Oops. Did not mean that. Now we do this silver. Now I don't like this as much. I don't think. Or no, that's not good because we just take. I don't know about bishop takes gold. I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that because now we have no diagonal piece. Now we have no diagonal piece. Silver drop 5-2 just gets taken by the gold. I'm going to be very disappointed in the answer. What I think would disappoint me here is like if he does this, this would disappoint me. I think this is even worse. I think this is even worse. This one I think is even worse. It's not the edge. They start these coming sideways. So I know this is going to be a sideways attack. If it's sack first, I don't think it's sack first. I've already found the correct answer. I already found the correct answer. Was this? What? No. Just. This just loses the silver. So I've already found the correct answer. The answer is just going to be this. It's just going to be this. All right. All right. This is sack rook. I don't think it's going to be the rook sack. They're not going to do that in the first problem. Bishop 4-4. That's it. Okay. So, DrLennon saying I'm going to be disappointed. Here, this is my disappointment answer, so I went with it. Where it's like, yeah, I know this is good, and this is all they're going to show. So what they sometimes do in this is they'll ask a question, you get the answer, and then the subsequent problems will be the possible variations. So if that's the case, the next problem might be this. The next problem might be this. Okay, so bishop 4-4. The basic Mino storming technique. Since the high Mino has been developed upward from the complete Mino, it is thick at the front. When attacking the Mino from the side, the basic idea is to aim at the 7-1 square. This also applies to the high Mino. In the problem diagram, bishop 4-4 is the natural move. Yeah, I mean, yes, but that doesn't give us a natural move doesn't give us, a natural move doesn't put food on the table. If Sente can achieve silver drop 7-1, king 7-3, king 7-3. King 7-3. Okay, knight 8-5. The king will be forced out of the castle. Gote must now give his king more room with pawn 8-4. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly the line that I did. That's my main line. But Sente still has the attack 7. This is my first thing that I did. This is the very first thing that I did. So bishop 4-4 has had an important effect. Okay. Still got to win this game. I'm still going to get dirty flagged. It's hard to see High Mino these days. I get it a lot still. My opponents over the board don't play it as much. Because the third file player that I play a lot, he has not been making it as much because he has been going more from third to opposing, and then my attacks are still coming from the side a lot. So he's often not making High Mino, but sometimes he is. But yeah, not as much as it used to be. Like when we did Nakabisha versus third file, he would often be in that. All right, well, you say you normally wouldn't just give you the answer like this, but you were ready to spend a lot of time, so you figured to help move things. Well, I appreciate it. You didn't quite give the answer. I mean, you at least let me know that I did it. All right, problem 122. 122. And that's good because, we don't have that much time today. Oh, wait. No, not problem 120. Problem 120. 120. Oh, gosh. My eyes saw the hint accidentally. So it's side and the edge. So take that for what it's worth. I'm surprised they did that so quickly. So I'm just checking to see if this is transcribed correctly. We have a bishop and a silver in hand. They have nothing in hand. Okay, this is correct. So what are 7-1? 7-1 is a weak point. We'd love to be able to drop it there. We would love to be able to drop it there. You tend to get bishop and silver in hand a lot from your pawn 4-5 rapid engage lines. Oh, interesting. I get silver and bishop in hand a lot when I'm playing against Yagura. But when I'm playing against Yagura, and when I play that quick exchange, yeah, Torizashi gets bishop and silver in hand relatively often. Like these feel like real positions that I might get. Although when I am getting it these days, when I'm making rapid attacks, my opponents will rarely be in this. So like that quick engage, the king will often not even be completely castled in half Mino by the time I've got a bunch of pieces. Good day, Emperor Rex. Great to see you. So, one of the things I'm looking at, one of the things I'm considering right now is bishop drop, gold over, attack the edge, silver drop. But the problem is the king can go back here. But I guess I could drop a pawn. Double saw. This is good to see for you as you start learning fourth file rook with Mino. So good to see what you need to prepare to face. That is why I originally bought this book way back when. Good to see you. Yeah. Sorry, you say it doesn't work because of King 8-1. That's what I'm thinking. It just doesn't. It doesn't work because of King 8-1. And it feels like so. Just to draw it out. This is what I was saying. Maybe, but like, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Because the king can... Well, no, the king can't still take that. Yeah. Okay, you got it. You got it. You got it. All right. So we're not doing that. I'm still thinking about this. About 4-3 or 3-4. By the way, I had a dream last night that I was, I mean, as I'm sure will happen in my future, I was in Sandan League. I was in 3-Dan League and playing my matches, to qualify to become a pro, and someone, but I don't speak Japanese, so they were giving instructions on when the game, on when the matches started, in Japanese, and I didn't understand Japanese, but someone was telling me, someone was saying, okay, that means the game is going to start at 10:05, and so I got there, which doesn't make sense because I'm always an early bird. So even if they would have told me 10:05, I would have gotten there way earlier. But anyway, they told me 10:05, so I got there 10:05, and I got to the board, and my clock was running, and silver 6-8 was there, my silver 6-8, but the opponent had already played like 5 moves, and I'm looking at the position like, how am I lost already? And they're speaking in Japanese, and the guy is, my opponent is like making faces and showing how the pieces move, and I'm just like, what? And the guy's face is the face of a guy who was at the Cupertino, the Silicon Valley Chess Club, I don't know why. But anyway, somehow someone comes over and said, well, if you're not here on time, your opponent can make as many moves as they want. And I'm like, what's going on? But I'm trying not to make a scene, because I'm a dumb American in Japan. So I'm just trying to politely, as far as possible, like express like how ridiculous this is, and that I'm already in a losing position, in my important 3-Dan league match, and then the dream ended. Anyway, I woke up very, very confused and disappointed, and I'm thinking like, I thought Japanese players had better etiquette than this. I thought, I didn't think that they would do this to me. Maybe this is what the sumo people feel. Like maybe this is why there are no Western pros. The closest I will ever get to a pro. Wait, what is that? What is that? Is that Hakuho? Hakuho? It is Haku. Whoa! Oh wow! You're a sub to Midnight Sumo? Oh, you were gifted a sub. Okay, man. I still like this. I still like this. What about this though now? Same idea. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. I did this in a game. I did this in a game the other day. This doesn't work. I don't think. Um, yeah, attacking the edge. Yeah, like this is an edge and then the side. So if we attack, how about this? How about this? Well, yeah. That seems good, but our bishop is sort of wasted. Um, and does he have to respawn there? So if we attack the edge first, I don't think that's fast enough because he gets that lance. Once that lance is here, we're toast. Hmm. Boy. Well, I am learning. So these are learning opportunities. So these are things I just don't know. I'm going to go to the answer. In the name of time, I'm going to go to the answer. Silver drop 5-2. Gold takes. Well, yeah. Well, sure, of course. But what if he doesn't take? This is what I'm more afraid of. Um, so directly attacking the gold on 6-1. So directly attacking the gold. Wait, let's make this the main line. Hey Todovsky, nice to see you. Hey Vexel Cafe, great to see you as well. No, this is not Sume Shogi. This is storming the Mino Castle, storming the High Mino Castle in particular. It's finding ideas to break down these popular castles. So it's basically find the best move. Directly attacking the gold on 6-1. In the High Mino, the gold on 6-1 is a key piece, of course, that defends the vital point 7-1. If it can be dislodged from 6-1, bringing a bishop to 7-1 will be decisive. Therefore, silver drop 5-2, directly attacking the vital gold on 6-1 hits the vital point. If Gote takes the silver with gold takes, drop the bishop with bishop 7-1, and then after king 9-2, pawn 9-5 is the decisive move, following the proverb attack against the edge king, push the edge pawn. Yes. If gold 6-3 to 6-2 is in reply to the first move, there we go. I love when he does this. I hate when he doesn't. Sente has silver takes 6-1 promote. Gold takes. I thought silver takes was also interesting. Gold drop 6-2. The normal storming the half Mino attack. If king 8-1 in reply to the third move. Oh, if king 8-1. Yeah, bishop 7-1, bishop takes will do. Yeah, I mean, of course. All right. Now it is storming the brain, not the castle. This is true. All right. Yeah, gold with a bishop in hand, gold or silver drop 6-2 is the huge idea of storming the half Mino. This is Taka Mino. That is Kata Mino, I think. All right, problem 121. Let me... problem 121. They have a pawn in hand. We have a bishop and 2 pawns. And let me just look. We've got the dragon on 2-1. High Mino with the knight. Perfect. Okay, problem 121. And we're going to keep it going pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. I have about an hour left of the max that I can stay. So here we are. The edge is an idea always. We've got 2 pawns. The edge is an idea especially because the knight is out. Thinking about this. thinking about bishop 4-3. I'm thinking about bishop 3-4, then getting a token in. That's very slow. With these two pawns, I feel like we have to be making that edge attack. Edge, especially if the king gets pushed to the 9th file in some of those prior variations. Yeah, once the king is on the edge, definitely. You know, he's not going to take, because then we get the bishop fork. But he's not going to take this pawn. You know, he won't take this pawn. I mean, then if I do promote, he takes here, and I don't necessarily have that threat, any much of a threat. I didn't look to see what that hint. I didn't see that hint, so I'm not sure. Pawn 5-2. Pawn 5-2 just seems so slow to me. Pawn 5-2 seems so slow. You know, obviously, if he takes, you know, we get this, which is going to be good. But you know, if he comes over, we get the silver drop, which is going to be good, or the bishop drop. If he just leaves it, we promote. He goes over. We can't slide over because he could just take. We can get the knight or the bishop. Then we drop the bishop here. So we drop. I don't know. Let's say he does this. We promote. You know, this feels awfully slow. To me, this feels awfully slow to me. So if we do pawn 7-5, like, hey, Nin World, nice to see you. So if we do this, you know, we don't know what's going on in the rest of the board, but let's say he takes. Let's say he takes. We drop. I don't even know what to suggest here. Say he jumps. Like, that doesn't feel so good. Maybe it does. Not really. Not really. So what is your line? Pawn 7-5, pawn takes, pawn drop 7-4, gold takes pawn. Wait, so where is... You said gold takes pawn. What did I say? I said knight jump, but gold takes pawn. Rook takes 6-1, silver takes. Bishop drops 6-3. It feels awfully slow. Both of those feel awfully slow to me. Also, I don't think they're gonna do a middle attack. I don't think they're gonna do a middle attack on the third problem. But then again, I didn't think they would do an edge attack on the second problem. Move along. Move along. By getting the answer. Yeah. So let's move along. Let's get this answer. This is clearly something I'm missing. Pawn 5-2. Pawn 5-2. All right. Pawn 5-2 is it's here. Applying pressure with a dangling pawn. If you can dislodge the defending gold on 6-1, you can hit the vital point 7-1. In the previous problem, silver dropped 5-2, put severe pressure on the gold on 6-1. In this case, it is possible to drop a pawn on the fifth file. So pawn drop 5-2 softly applies pressure on the gold. I think softly is the key problem. Yeah, it is hard to find an attack without knowing our position for something like this, which is going to be slower. In the solution diagram, if Gote takes, well, of course, with gold takes, bishop drops 7-1, king 9-2, pawn 9-5, as, yeah, obviously, we will do. I think we did that. And if he leaves a pawn where it is, the attacking procedure, let's begin the procedure. The attacking procedure is pawn 5-1 promote. So, this is my main line. This is my main line that I drew. Pawn 5-1 promote, gold 7-1, Token 5-2. Token 5-2 first. Aiming for bishop drop 4-4 on the next move. And that stops the pawn. That stops. There's the key. There's the key. So if he does this, I think we still go with this attack. And now we're threatening just coming back. It's always the back row with Mino with the dragon sitting on the back rank. Not always. Not always. It is not always. They get trickier. Yeah. Yeah. Kaneko Sensei stumps us sometimes. Okay, that was problem 121. Let's go to problem 122. Just check in again. My eyes saw it's a side attack. Now we're on 3-2. Now we're on 3-2. Now our dragon's on 3-2. So the key point is going to be this. The key point is the fact that this defends both of these. And the knight is still there. Pawns, jaggies, knight and a lance in our hand. All right. All right. So with the knight and the lance, immediately I'm thinking we've got this. So this is my first thought. If he goes back, we lance it up. We lance it up. Takes. He can't move. Goes to the side. Lance. Yeah, I don't think the gold can. So, if the gold goes up, I think we just do this. And this gold can't come up. All right. I'm going to say that that's it. I think that that is it. I think that's it. 122. Knight 7-5. Gold 6-3 to 6-2. Lance drop 6-3. There it is. Oh, gosh. We got the... I just got the notice saying that the pest med... Our rat guys are they're en route. So I think I have probably at most 20 minutes more. So let's do this. So let's go to 10:30 my time. The answer: attack the gold on 6-3. Another attacking motif against the High Mino is to attack the gold on 6-3. Against a High Mino where the pawn is not advanced, has not yet advanced to 7-4, knight drop 7-5 is a highly effective move. If Gote replies gold 6-3, 6-2, the crude lance drop 6-3 is quite sufficient. Crude but effective. If instead gold 5-3, lance drop 6-3 will still do, as we did. With a dragon or rook on the first or second rank, the movement of the silver on 7-2 is restricted, making the gold on 6-3, in effect, an undefended piece. Is this the fastest solve? I think in the half Minos, it's probably the fastest solve. Is this on Lee Shogi? The Lee Shogi study set does not come with the book. I made it. It's a private study, just because, you know, I don't believe... I don't know if Nekomado would come after me, but I would imagine that they would not appreciate me just giving their material. I mean, obviously there's a lot of value add in the book itself, but I did manually create these, and they're private. That would be a really nice perk for them to add. You know, that would be nice. You know, when you sell a book to come with the problems. All right, so we are here. Just make sure that this is... It would 100% be leaked. Yeah. And I think a lot of the people in the shogi community are not the most supportive monetarily of some of this stuff. You found it very cool, and if you were the writer, you'd be proud of sharing your knowledge. But, you know, at the end of the day, the writers have to put their, you know, they've got to put some food on the table. All right, the link to the book, by the way, is in the YouTube description. I bought it from Nekomado myself. They're great. Problem 123. My eyeballs saw again. It's a side move. The High Mino, 4, but we've got the 5th pawn. They have nothing in hand. We have a silver, knight, and a lance. Okay. Silver, knight, and a lance. Wow. So 7-4 pawn is pushed. So, like, I know it's a side move, but you know, when I've got a lance and a knight, I'm always looking at this. It wouldn't work here. Yeah, marketing. So I'm thinking right now, knight drop on 5-5. Knight drop on 5-5. Knight drop on 5-5. Knight to either side. I think we get the lance drop. Well, I think we also get a silver drop. So knight 5-5. If the gold goes back, we drop the lance. takes, it takes, and we're happy. So knight drop on 5-5. Goes to the side. If he goes to the side, the silver drop I don't think is sufficient. Because takes. No, maybe that is sufficient. Maybe that is sufficient. Maybe that is sufficient. So I'm threatening this. So if he takes here, I just get the gold. If he takes here, I still get the gold. So if he takes, I take, and we're good. I'm going to say that that's it. 5-5. In these kind of games, the artists just want the best for the game, not the best for his pocket. I think that's true in a lot of ways. The shogi community, the Western shogi community, or the Western shogi world, I have a feeling that while it may be a failed investment in hindsight, I think Madoka Kitao and Kaneko and everyone there. I think that with the attempt to publish these books translated in English, my guess is it was an investment for the future, and that investment maybe hasn't paid off, but maybe it has. Maybe it has, or maybe the satisfaction of doing it is more than enough for them. And Kaneko just hopes to get his money from the Japanese, the original. I believe these came from magazines, and then he put the book together. But I like to support him. I knight drop 5-5, gold 7-3, lance drop 6-3. Exactly. So this is the line. This is the line. Hit the vital point with knight drop 5-5. As in the previous problem, the right idea is to attack the gold on 6-3. Here, the Mino Castle has a pawn on 7-4, so knight drop 7-5 is not effective. So drop the knight on the other side with knight drop 5-5. If Gote responds to knight drop 5-5 with either gold 6-3, 6-2 or gold 7-3, lance drop 6-3 is fine for Sente. If gold takes in the solution diagram, knight takes, promote, silver takes, dragon takes 6-1. Yes. So just to give that, which I drew arrows for. Or if gold 7-1, which we also talked about, silver drop 6-2. Though lance 6-2 is also good, according to Kaneko Sensei. And Gote is at a loss for defense. I missed this in the earlier problem too, but instead of silver 6-2, you also have lance. Yeah. And the book does say that. Yeah, that lance promote is also good. All right, moving on. Problem 124. Checking. It's my eyes now. So I went through all this book without being able to cheat and looking at these. It's not really cheating, but here that shows the arrows. I spent this entire book not being able to have my eyes just ignore that, so I don't get any even little subtle hints. But now my eyes are seeing it first thing. So anyway, we're in High Mino. The knight is still back. There is a hole on the 6th rank. We're pushed. They have a pawn in hand. We have a knight in hand. Okay, so this is problem 124. So we can't drop the knights here, obviously, because the pawn. this feels decisive, as you might say. Well, maybe not. So if we drop the knight at 6-4, yeah, 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 yeah. We drop the knight at 6-4. Pretty much gold has to take, because if the silver takes, we take. We're hitting this, and we've got threats. So if he takes, if he takes with the gold, we get a gold for a knight, and our token is ready to promote. So we take. So I'm gonna show what I expect would happen. I don't know. So if we just make the token, he takes. We drop the gold, but we don't have a silver to back it up. Wait, what did I say? I said he would drop the pawn. I said he would drop the pawn. So I don't know. I don't like that. I mean, this feels like a nice little victory regardless. So let's say we do this. Let's say he drops the pawn. We take. King takes. We can't take here. Silver, take. And we've just given up too much. We've given up way too much. We'll only have a knight in hand. Knight and a pawn. So just to follow that through. Just a pawn. You think they also want to show us what happens when they make a waiting move against knight drop 6-4? How does the attack go? Oh, well that's interesting. So if they play a waiting move, so let's say they push a pawn again. These are tough. These are tough. I don't know. You think Mino Castle is the most natural? It is. It is. I mean, it's the fastest castles to make. I just don't see another move here. So I just don't see another move here. You know, I think if he takes and does this, you know, I think we can argue we're pretty darn good. Hey, Origami Moniwa. Yeah, today is storming the High Mino Castle because I have probably 7 minutes left. It's a very short stream. We have some rat in exterminators kind of people coming that will close up some holes in the outside walls and inside walls to protect against rats. So I don't have much time, and this is the last problem now on the day. So this is not what he would do. Like like I said, I think this is. I think this is the most logical answer. So you think gold 5-3? I don't know. Gold 5-3, it still is met with this pawn. I'm not loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right. Well, let's go to the answer. Let's see what the answer is. These are real learning. These are real learning. Because I have never looked at these storming these High Mino castles before. So oh, and as I dream Shogi said, Mino is probably the most efficient castle. Yeah. It takes very few moves to make, and it's incredibly strong against the various attacks that you're trying to make it strong against. So this was 124. This is the final on page 141. Knight drop 6-4. That's it. That's the solution. Make use of the base. Drop the knight with knight drop 6-4, making use of the base provided by the vanguard pawn on 6-5. If the silver escapes, you can take the gold, of course, with dragon take 6-1. I mean, obviously. Against the High Mino, the vanguard pawn on 6-5 provides an important base for the attack. So that's the key. 6-5, a nice base for the attack. In this problem, Sente has a knight in hand, but even with a lance in hand, the lance drop 6-4 will be an effective attacking move. To me, it feels almost better. To me, the lance would feel almost better because the lance drop here wouldn't be as good in protecting what we want to do here. In some circumstances, the pawn push, pawn 6-4 to dislodge the gold can be considered. So they didn't even talk about any. They didn't even talk about any of our variations. So, yeah, that's it. All right, so we got through 6 problems. We got through the first 6 problems in storming the High Mino Castle. That's going to do it for today. I just don't want to get cut off while the rat guys are coming. So thank you, everybody. Sorry again that the stream couldn't be longer. And again, tomorrow morning I'll be taking the cat to the vet, so I have so my schedule is unclear. And thank you. I will see you all soon. Enjoy your shogi and have a great remainder of the day. Thanks again. Bye.